Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to the Empty Glass podcast. This is
Is that
Stefan.
how we're starting it
Yeah,
off?
that's how we're starting this one.
Jesus Christ. It's a fucking, did we just take a thing of Ambien? What happened?
Hello.
Hello. Welcome to the most solemn episode of Into Glass. Stefan is dead. I murdered him. This is his brother. Just doing a really good impression of him.
It's the best impression I've ever heard.
No, I'm saying your brother's doing an impression of you. I'm still me in
Oh,
this
okay.
scenario.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, idiot. I know why you're tired. You had a fun-filled night last night, didn't you?
I did. It was pretty cool.
What did you do? I mean, you already told me in real life what you did, but for sake of content, what did you do?
Rose and I went and saw Trixie Mattel and Katya live, which was pretty crazy.
Excellent. Tell us the funniest joke from the entire set.
Oh my God.
Go. Three, two. I'm kidding.
Um, there's a lot of funny shit. It was like a scripted show, and what's crazy, I was reading reviews for it after the fact, and people were like, "Oh, they were lazy and all this shit." I'm like, "Bitch, they were like dancing on wires and shit at some points, like rolling around on stage. They had a whole story lined up. It was really fun. It was actually really, really funny too." Which obviously, like, I thought it was gonna be more like intimate, like them just talking, but no, it was like a full on show, like a Broadway type show, and it was really good. Um, and I like the music a lot. And one of the Trixie Mattel plays like a song that's kind of like pertaining to the show, and played like Leonard Skinner, and everyone freaked out. And she was like, "Do you guys know that?" Like that awoke like the white people in you, that white trash in everybody here. And then she was like, you know what, people freak out for that. White people freak out for that song, but wait until I play this one. And started playing the intro to, um, was it "Lose Yourself" by Eminem?
Oh my god.
Yeah, it was pretty great. But there's a whole lot of moments I don't even know.
Um.
It
So
was it
did
was
you?
a great night though, and we got home at a fairly reasonable time, so it's not bad. And it wasn't too bad getting there or getting out. It was pretty like slow downtown. It was kind of hard to find a parking space getting there, but getting out it was easier.
Did you throw your vote? Yeah, blah 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 blah. Sorry. Did you throw your voice out a little bit? You sound like you're a little
I'm
strained there on the
tired
vocal
because I
cords.
did have to get up at like 5 in the morning today,
Dang.
so
Looks
I'm
like someone should
tired.
have drank his cold brew.
No, no coffee for me today. I'm just drinking water mostly because I'm like going ham on sodas recently, and I'm like I need to chill on the fucking carbonated shit because I'm just burping all day, and I don't want to burp before the podcast, especially, and feel that lump in your throat from drinking way too much carbonated shit. So I'm trying to chill on it and like drink more tea and water.
Nice. Well, I'm drinking water right now. I did consider getting a beer, but I think I'm gonna
Yeah, I'm
uh
gonna pass this
work
time.
out. I'm gonna work out later. So I'm like, dude, having a beer
Yeah,
like at any point in the day before you work out is like the worst fucking idea ever. Like if I have a beer and then like in like the afternoon, I'm drinking in the afternoon, I'm not working out for the rest of the day. I don't care if I have the evening freed up. Like I'm just like I'm done. Especially if I drink like an IPA, then I'm like, all right, yeah, there's no way I'm fucking moving my jiggly ass stomach because it's not
that's
worth
fucked
it.
up.
What? It's true. And I'm talking about myself here. It's my jiggly ass stomach. I could talk about all I want.
Well, what I mean is just like I don't call me out like that, bitch. Not just kidding. Fuck you. No. But no, what I'm saying is, I feel you. I
No,
don't
you
really
don't.
drink
You don't even
beer.
have any.
I don't
You don't
drink
even
beer.
have any body fat.
But I do, like, I still, you know, I still get fucking tired. I still eat.
None.
I still have been eating bad for a while, so we've tried to change that, and it's been working out. We've been eating a lot, cooking a lot, so.
Well, we've been doing the same too, but there's a story I have this week pertaining to eating a lot. Um, so before we do that though, because this involves Valentine's Day, which was this past week, was your show your guys' kind of Valentine's Day gift to each other, or like did you guys do anything else special?
No, yeah, that's absolutely our Valentine's Day because I had to finish up commercials for literally three, fucking two different parts of Texas. Well, so, like two people here, two clients here, and then also a client in Los Angeles and in San Marcos. So I was editing like a fucking son of a bitch and working for the company here too. Um, and Monday comes around and I'm trying to finish out a video for San Marcos, and my neighbor across the street, who I won't name, but they tried calling me, and I was like, that was weird because it went like straight to voicemail, and then called me again immediately. I'm like, okay, so it might be an emergency. And my neighbor's like, hey, the neighbor's dog got out and hurt like the cat outside. So, and it's the black and white cat. I was like, oh no. So sure enough, like Rose and I go out there, and yeah, the Tuxie got all fucked up, man. He got really messed up. So
Damn.
yeah, he was not okay. And my neighbor was kind of freaking out on the other neighbors, and I was like, all right, there's no need for that, you know. Like I know it's emotional and shit, but like, there's no need to like yell at each other and fucking curse at each other and shit, whatever. Like, no need for that shit. Um, so he was like kind of still in fight mode. So unfortunately, I had to put on gloves and put him in a crate. But yeah, that was rough. We were able to take him to the vet that we normally go to have him put down because he's already an old cat. He's probably been here for like 10 years. He's the one with half a tail, Tuxie.
You have too many cats, man. I can
Yeah,
keep
well,
track of the
it's
ones
one of the
outside.
outside. It's just one of the like strays kind of outside. I mean, it was never my cat. We tried to let him in when it would like rain and stuff, and he would kind of chill in the laundry room if the doors were closed for a while, and then he'll just leave whenever he wants to. But he was never like down with being inside for a long time. Only if it was really cold or really rainy.
Damn. That sucks.
Yeah, it was shitty. So that's how we started off our week, and then Valentine's Day was pretty much me catching up on a bunch of work because that was about a like 2 3 hour ordeal, 3 hours I would say of the day, and it was well Sunday night our cat Rusty started having like an insane asthma attack where she was like you could see that she wasn't breathing right. So we stayed up with Rusty. Well, I stayed up till like 1 in the morning. Rose stayed up till like 3, monitoring her, and I called the vet first thing in the morning and was like, hey, you know, kind of explained to them the situation. And they said, well, we can't see the cat till Wednesday. And I'm like, okay, but you know, like she's breathing weird and that's really concerning, you know? So, and they were like, okay, well, hold on. We'll call you back if we have a cancellation. So I was like, all right, for sure. So they ended up calling back and being like, you can get her here by 4 p.m. And I said, okay, cool. And then, but they were like, if she's breathing weird, call us back. So Rose texted me and said she's breathing weird. So we called. Well, Rose called them back, called her back because I had a voiceover session as this was like going on, and Rose went and took Rusty to the vet. And so lo and behold, she has asthma. And it's like, oh damn. So she had to get treated for that. Now she's on a like an inhaler type deal. So it's like, oh my God, that was already one thing. So Rose had just gotten back. We picked up the cat. No, actually, I went with her. We picked up the cat at like 12, and I thought that would just buy me like 20 minutes. It's down the street. And we got back in, you know, the house by like, I don't know, like 12:20, whatever. And, you know, I was editing for the next like 45 minutes, hour on all kinds of shit. And next thing I know, I get that phone call, and I was like, oh my God. It was really crazy.
Damn, dude.
Yeah, not a cool time, but it's okay.
Uh,
The owner of
Man,
the dog saw what happened like after the fact. He drove up on it because he was at work when this happened, and he decided to take the dog to go to like a like he's gonna basically give him away. He knows somebody who's gonna rehome him for him, and he can just take the dog right to him. Live super far away, and he was like, "Let's go, I'm done." So good on him for that, but animal control did come by and we did have to get like we got a reference number or something, so if we see the dog ever again we can call him. because like I'm not against fucking like I know dogs do shit, and especially in the heat of the moment. Like I'm not just being like, oh fuck this dog because it killed this cat. No, like I know that can happen at a sporadic moment, but this dog has constantly gotten out. To put it in perspective, like constantly gotten out. Um, is like known to chase the stray cats that come around our house to eat. And actually, on Rose's old car, not her new car, but her old car was fucking torn to shit by that dog. And we had proof and everything. And we gave him a pass. And then my dad had an accident in his truck and it got fixed. And the dog got out one night and scratched the fuck out of my dad's truck after being in the shop for like 3 months. And we fucking were cool about that. And then one more time, I had to talk to him again. And like, I was so done, with the whole situation. So I was just like, hey, man, whatever you're going to do, fine. I'm just glad the dog's out of the picture because that's not cool.
Yeah.
And like the whole neighborhood, well, like all the neighbors were surrounded. It was crazy. Everybody came outside. It was insane. It was like a scene. But hey, he went out with a bang, I guess. That's crazy. Everybody was around him. It's like an episode of CSI or some shit where it's like, no, it's like, dude. Nah, I'm not trying to make light of a horrible situation, but trying to get out of it. But yeah,
Yeah.
it was a pretty shit Valentine's Day. So definitely the concert was our getaway, you know?
Damn.
Thank God, honestly.
Well, now that the mood has been dropped to rock bottom,
Yeah, completely dropped bottom right
now
at the
that now
beginning of
that
the
the
fucking
vibe
episode.
now that the vibe is just really just fucking
Killed,
bummer right now.
gone.
Yeah. Damn.
Nah, but anyway, so
Yeah, anyway, great story about your fucking dumb cat.
yeah, it's all right. Shit happens.
Robbie, you walked into Stefan talking about a cat that got mauled by a dog for about 10 minutes.
Just about. It was insane. I don't even, you know, mean to put it out there, but it's like I saw this happen before, probably when I was in middle school with a lady that lived down the street from me who had boxers, and my sister would walk the dogs for her for a little bit of money or whatever. My sister was in high school at the time. My
Are we
oldest
gonna talk about
sister.
more dead animals?
Yeah, and their boxers fucking
Can we
attacked
like
this
move on to
cat. It's
something else,
crazy.
please?
No, you said
Stop.
it. We're at rock
No,
bottom.
I
This
don't
is
want
a
to
dead
fucking.
dead cat podcast.
I mean, like,
But it's crazy because
if I could,
it was almost the same situation. It's wild.
yeah, it's like animals do that to
How's
each
that?
other or something.
Yeah. It's like it's like what are the chances of that happening to me twice?
I don't know.
Run
You
up
own a
on
shit
it.
ton. You have a shit ton of cats around, and just kind of happens, unfortunately. I mean, same happened to my
Yeah.
cat in that neighborhood. So it's just like it's shit happens, unfortunately.
There are quite a few stray cats in this neighborhood. It's insane.
Yeah. Anyway, boy, how do you fucking talk about anything else?
Jesus.
Sorry, it's bummer.
Do you have no fucking topics or are you just flabbergasted by that whole intro?
No, I have other topics. I was just kind of anyway. No, I mean, because I was asking about your Valentine's Day before. You really just, you know, r-
I was telling you the truth, but the concert last night honestly paid back for all of it, so we had a great time.
yeah. Well, the girl and I wanted to, for a long time, cook up a bunch of fucking food and watch Ratatouille.
Nice.
That's been kind of a date idea we've had for a while, and so she basically she likes to cook, so she cooked everything. I helped with a couple things, but she just mainly wanted to do everything herself and did like a charcuterie board. So that way we could be little lame kids and eat the grapes and the cheese when they're eating the grapes and the cheese, and then just like New York strip steak and this and that. Like, goddamn, I felt so fucking fat afterwards. I mean, I felt like I had to get rolled up the stairs to bed because it was just like
Wow.
so we just gorged, and like we've been doing good and working out and eating better and stuff like that, but just fucking let it go, man. Um,
Cheat day.
I mean, it was all like generally, I guess, good food. It was just so much of it, man. So much. Frosty Robbie in the chat says more cats equals higher probability. Oh yeah, that too. And he says, I got Lindsay a stuffed shark, her favorite animal. and got this chicken parmesan burger. Delicious.
That sounds fucking good.
That actually sounds really good. Yeah, you never realize you've never had something called a chicken parmesan burger until someone mentions it. But that sounds amazing. Where'd you get it, Rob? Did you make it? Did you steal it?
He
You be
probably
honest with
stole it.
us.
But my money's
Probably
where he
stole it.
stole it. Yeah.
Stole it from Luigi's shop.
Probably.
Oh,
Speaking
he
of
got
which,
it.
Mario, which is fun.
Mario's fun.
Yeah, it's
What's
fun.
wait, the movie?
Yeah, sure. All of it.
It's a, wait. Are you just saying a general blanket term of Mario is
Yeah,
fun?
Mario's fun. In other news,
Yeah, I
Mario's
mean,
fun.
I really can't argue with you, I guess. But
No, you can't. That's the whole
Robbie's,
fucking thing.
if anyone's interested in the big parm burger that Rob was talking about, he got a Hop Dottie.
Yeah, Hop Dottie. This episode is sponsored by Hop Dottie. Make sure to hop down to the Dottie Dottie and get
Yeah,
yourself a
use promo
burger
code
today.
sellout to get yourself 3 free patties.
Mario Day is coming. Maybe that was why it was subconsciously on my brain. I don't know.
Is it coming? March 10th? Oh
Yeah,
yeah. Mario or 10.
it's
Well,
cute.
in video game topics, I've been playing a fuck ton of Hogwarts.
Yeah, you like it?
Yeah, man, and I'm totally in support. I'm gonna stop right there. It's it's kind of funny because I don't know what you've heard from it or not, but first of all, a bunch of the boycotting against the game is uh I think semi well intentioned, but done horribly. It's actually done the opposite effect. But I think what I talked about previously with you is that I like the idea of people taking the material away from J.K. Rowling, especially if she is going to start being spiteful and shit, and like
Yeah, for sure. I mean,
just push shit out with hate. But
It's from Avalanche Studios. Warner Brothers just slapped their fucking name on it. And I know that the game is trying to be inclusive with like its character design and everything. So it's trying to have and even not referring to somebody with like gender specific pronouns. So I mean, I'm
no, I
for it.
mean
I'm
like
waiting for it to be free though, just because I just got robbed by sick animals and dying ones too.
yeah.
Trademark.
Well, I'm sure it's only a matter of time before it's on Game Pass.
Yeah,
But
which is
it's
nice. So I
what I
mean,
was gonna
that's
say.
go for it. Sorry.
What I was gonna say
Yeah.
is that they have character creation, and you can do like male or feminine kind of physique, whatever, and then you could use your pronoun as like wizard or witch, essentially. And then, not to mention, there's a trans character that's pretty prominent in the game. And then it's actually probably the most diverse Harry Potter thing come out because like a lot of the professors are like from different parts of the country. You have like people from India. You have side. You have a character who's like kind of your buddy, whatever. That's from Uganda. Um, so it's actually fairly inclusive and actually makes the world feel like a little bit bigger and everything. So good on you. But aside from all the political bullshit surrounding the game is really good. I
Nice.
put like 28 hours into it.
Wow.
Yeah, finally getting burnout from it. So I was playing it the other day and I was like, I think I'm kind of checked out mentally, but there's a lot of shit to do. And one thing I like is that it keeps adding stuff on top of stuff to do. Like you start off the game and then eventually after a couple hours you get a broom, then you keep playing and eventually you get more spells, then you get like a mount. So you get like mount a hippogriff, which really does
Nice.
nothing. In fact, I like being on a broom more than hippogriff, but it's just nice to have that option. And then you get the room of requirement, which you can just build like a farming system into it and like start capturing pets. Like shit just keeps getting added on and added on the more you play. But I kind of hit the point where like I have everything, and after that point, it really like hits a wall. Like I explored all of Hogwarts. I've explored most of the map and stuff like that. I found out a lot of the secrets in Hogwarts, and then once I did all that, I'm like, there's really not much to keep me going, especially after so many hours in a short amount of time. So luckily, Wild Hearts came out today, and I played a couple hours of that, and yeah, moving away for Harry Potter just for a little bit, and then I'll probably come back to it later.
Nice. What game came out today? I missed like the tail end of that because I had to go close my door. So I had to be like, okay, I'm gonna time it, turn up my headphones all the way so I can kind of hear you.
Wild Hearts, aka
Wild
the Monster
Hearts.
Hunter ripoff by EA.
Interesting.
Pretty good. I've only spent like a couple hours with it. I heard there's some fucking massive issues technically are not massive, but there's some pretty glaring technical issues, and it looks almost worse than Monster Hunter World, which came out last gen. But they added a lot of good things to it, and there's a whole system to it, like a building kind of system that actually makes the gameplay fun. And that's what I heard in reviews, and I was actually playing it. It actually is very interesting. I'm excited to get more abilities to see how that kind of fleshes out.
It's awesome.
Yeah, it
I
is
ha-
awesome,
I
Stefan.
haven't been playing a whole lot of games. I've been playing Half-Life 2 on my Xbox because I told you about the situation where I like won an Xbox on eBay, and it came with the orange box, and it's the late
Yeah,
model Xbox for like a steal. And
I,
I've been playing it on my Series X though because it just runs better. But
I
I do
was
have that 360 now in here.
I have my Series S,
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Do you like it?
and yeah, I do like it. I was playing that Hi-Fi Rush a little bit, which I could see the difference because like I mean not the difference, but like I was playing it and like the frame rate was a little low on the Series S, which I mean, it's fair. Like I'm curious to see what that game would look like on your system. It's on the Game Pass, so you
Yeah,
could download it for free, whatever. But like I'm curious to see like if it would run better because like in some of the cutscenes, like it's a little rough. It just I don't know. It's
I
not
think
smooth.
isn't that like part of the visual design of that game? That like
I
the
don't
cutscenes like drop in frame rate to make it look more like anime style.
I don't know. It could be.
I think so because like
The
you can change the settings at least I think maybe in the game or at least on your Xbox to be
but
performance mode, not like visual mode.
what I've been playing the most on the Xbox is Halo One,
Oh,
the Master
nice.
Chief Collection,
Oh, fuck yeah.
which I literally okay. Full disclosure and honesty here. I really have no fucking clue what happens in like the first three Halos because I usually just did not pay attention for the cutscene and just played the games.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I have very little idea what happens in the Halo game. So like, and that even happened this time because like I was just wanted to like get to the gameplay because come on, the gameplay is the best part of Halo and the music.
Yeah.
So I really just didn't care about the story too much, honestly. So I just like kept skipping. And uh, first of all, why doesn't more games have the option to like switch back and forth between like modern graphics and old graphics? Like especially if you're gonna do a remaster from like multiple years ago, like that's just really nice.
Yeah.
I've been doing it in the old graphics. Like I like the new graphics, but like the old one is just kind of more nostalgic.
Yeah, I like the old graphics for Halo 1 and Halo 2 personally. But Halo 2 does look very pretty. But I have a question for you. Do
Yeah.
you have your Series S set to 1080p?
Uh, probably. Why?
It might be set to like I think it goes to like 2.5K or something or 2K resolution. I would turn it down to 1080p and I think you'll have better frame rate.
Oh, I mean, like it's literally just that game, and like when I actually play the game, it's not there. It's just during the cutscenes.
Okay,
So
I think the cutscenes are like that on purpose from what I'm looking at. Where the
yeah, I
gameplay is
mean,
super smooth, but then the cutscenes are like almost like fucking 15 frames a second. It's like anime. It's trying to be anime style.
it's but it seems more fluttery in a way. Like it's I get things being at a lower frame rate, but it's just a situation of like it feels really fluttery. Like it's different parts of the same image are moving at different times. You know.
Oh, interesting.
That's kind of what I don't know. It's just not pleasing to the eyes. I mean, I like the art style. Don't get me wrong, and actually, I think the game is really good. Although it does establish that I'm terrible at having rhythm and doing something else at the same time. So I'm kind of not fantastic at it. But yeah, whatever.
Hey, yeah. But hey, I should download it. I'm down to. And you can check it out on my Series X.
Dang, sponsored by Xbox. Use promo
Sponsored
code
by
PlayStation
Xbox.
is better.
Hey, if you ever want to sell that Series S, I'll buy it. Because dad needs a flight simulator machine.
Why the fuck would I ever? No,
If you ever
I
wanted to get a
mean,
Series X, maybe.
no, I'm good. Like literally,
No.
I was going through the catalog of Xbox games, and I was like, there's literally no new Xbox games that I want. It's all just old games that I want to play.
You should
Maybe
get
a time.
Chivalry. Get Chivalry 2.
Why would I
It's
ever do
on.
that?
It's on Game Pass. Play with me.
Nah, I'm good. Maybe I don't know. We'll see. Okay, so I'm currently watching the opening animation or the opening cinematic for the game, Hi-Fi Rush. And yeah, it looks way better watching it on my laptop as a video compared to watching it on the
Hmm.
console.
Okay. Very weird.
I mean, it's fine. That's what I paid for. I paid for a cheaper, less powerful version of next gen consoles, and this is a next gen game, even if it was Shadow Drop. So like, as long as the gameplay is fine, which it does, I really don't have anything to complain about. It's just something that I kind of noticed and I was curious about if it looked that way because I was on a lower console.
Maybe. I don't know. That's weird. At least Halo looks normal, right?
Well, yeah, but Halo's a fucking old ass game.
Yeah. But even with like the new graphics, it still runs good and everything.
Oh yeah, like anything basically, I'm pretty sure anything older, anything from previous generations will run fine on that thing. I did not pre-order, but pre-downloaded or set up Atomic Heart since that's coming out
Nice.
like next week. And like it's a good thing I got the Xbox because I did want to buy that game, but at the same time I just purchased a shit ton of other games that are coming out shortly. So I was like, but now it's on Game Pass, so I could just download it
Yep.
and try it out and see how it runs. Hopefully it runs well. If not, then I'll get on PS5. Who knows?
We should play some like Left 4 Dead or something. We could always do that on PC, which might be a better experience anyways, but
My
it is
PC is not set up still. I still need to set
hmm
it up.
but it's nice that, we could play older games together. And also, I'm down to play Halo too. I have the Master Chief Collection.
I'll be down to play some like I'm down to do like campaign stuff if
Sure.
that's cool.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I did however my buddy talked me into getting Destiny Lightfall,
Oh, nice.
which is the new Destiny expansion. I'm just like every time I try to leave Destiny, I kind of go back into it. Fucking
Yeah, it's a curse.
it's I mean, it's a solid game. It has really good gameplay mechanics. It's just like the actual like gunplay system and the power system is really fucking good. It's just the longevity of it and having that kind of MMO expansion shit that sometimes just gets a little tiring. Like I I really do get why people play it with friends because it is the ultimate motivation to keep doing it, and or like it's better to do it with people. However, my buddy who got me to get it is leagues ahead, and he likes doing the raids, and I fucking hate raids because nothing kills a game faster than six people screaming at each other.
We're just dying in a loop in the same spot over and over again.
Yeah, especially, I mean, I get the aspect of it, but I don't dedicate enough of my time to Destiny. So I'm like, in the past times I've joined them, like, I'm obviously the weakest link because I can play the game and get kills and stuff like that, but they know the dungeon back and forth. They know like the secret things you have to do. They're like, okay, when you go into this room, hop into this thing, teleport over here. Like it's a puzzle that you have to figure out, and they go into it like studying while I'm just like, duh, I just want to shoot the bad guys.
I remember one time we were playing a raid with Richard and we just kept dying in a loop for 20 years.
Me?
All of us.
A raid with Richard?
Yeah, we were doing one on Destiny 2.
No,
This
not
was a
me.
while ago.
It was not me. It was some other person, some other people. I've
Hmm.
literally done a raid with like one time and I got it and then I never touched a raid again.
Wow. Well, it might have been a
um
different thing. We might have been doing like a strike or some shit. I don't know, but I just distinctly remember us playing Destiny 2 and dying in the same spot, like in a fucking loop. Until we were like, all right, guys, I'm getting off.
oh, I remember that. Yeah. No, that wasn't even a raid, dude. That was just a normal mission that we were really under level for and then I think you kept dying. Because by that time, I'd already nothing against you. I'm just saying, like by that time, I had already been doing the raid stuff, and I was a little bit more experienced in the game. And seem to recall being like, "Hey, we shouldn't really do this," and you guys were both like, "Nah, fuck it, let's do it."
Nah,
So,
you're right. You're right. I'm not trying to fucking put you under the bus. I'm just saying like I just have a distinct memory of exactly that happening. So when you're like, no, I was like, did I make that up in my head? Did I fabricate that? But wait, no, I swear. And yeah, okay, thank God. I'm not crazy. I mean, not entirely crazy.
I
Know that.
mean, You don't have to get Lightfall, but the Beyond Light is that update where you get like Ice Powers is free on PlayStation. If you want to play some, just kind of like fuck around a little bit, I'm down.
It's free on the PS5 or what?
Yeah, so on PS5, I mean, Destiny's a free game, but the whole expansion with Beyond Light, which gives you like a new Ice Power and is like their one of their bigger updates in a while, before Lightfall comes out, that's free. That was their free game of the month. So I think you can get that.
Nice. I'll have to make room. My PS5 has no fucking space, and right now we are playing The Last of Us. So
Nice. Yes, you had told me about that. When are you gonna update your solid state drive?
like get another one. I don't know, a while because cats are
Wait,
expensive.
no, you haven't gotten an internal
Nope,
solid state for the
no,
PS5?
just
Ah,
using the normal internal state space. I have not gotten a new M.2.
damn. I got the 2 terabyte one, and I'm already running out of room for it, which sucks.
Hey, what are you gonna
games
do?
are getting games are getting bigger than the hard drives can fucking upgrade faster. Games are
Yeah,
getting bigger
it's
faster than hard drives can get bigger.
yeah, and hard drives are expensive right now, for sure.
Hey, but you know what else is big?
What? What's
The
that?
time span it takes to listen to the Empty Glass podcast, where you can do that at www.theemptyglasspodcast.com. That's right. That is www.theemptyglasspodcast.com. You can listen to our previous recordings on Spotify, Apple Play, whatever the fuck it's called. And you could even join us usually Thursdays or Fridays. I don't fucking know when we have lives that get in the way a lot for our live chat on Twitch. So once again, join us or don't. It'd be cool if you did, but I get if you don't. Now back to our regularly scheduled programming. Did I almost throw you for a loop there?
That was pretty good. I want to say that was up there with one of, if not probably the best one you've had in a long, long time.
Thank you, thank you. I wonderful, and also I just got a text from my girlfriend saying we had double booked an evening tomorrow, and that's rad. That's so cool. Isn't that nice? Isn't it nice when plans are made like a month ago and then you forget about it and then you make other plans like a few days prior and it's just like, damn it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It sounds
Yeah.
like it's been a bummer week. No, it's okay, man. I'm sure you guys will work it out.
Oh, I mean, I'm not freaking out about it. I'm gonna just flat out tell people things. Anyway, yeah, we gotta go watch fucking Puss in Boots with somebody.
You
Like,
watch Puss in Boots? I want to see that movie.
I heard it was excellent. I saw like a clip of it on like Francine showed me a clip of it on TikTok, and it has like really, really fucking good animation. I'm like, I watched it. I was like, hot damn, dude, it fucking looks great. Um,
Yeah, I'm excited for it. I might just wait till it's streaming at this point because we tried to look around and there just ain't shit. There's nothing.
yeah,
I
I
mean,
think
they'll have
that's
like a showing of it at a random time on like a Tuesday or something maybe. And to rent it, I think we talked about this last podcast, but to rent it it's $23 and to buy it it's 26. It's like, what the fuck?
yeah, yeah. Um, it goes. It's actually available on streaming right now for like $3.99.
It's
That's why
streaming now
we're gonna watch it tomorrow.
for $3.99. Nice.
Like on YouTube, Vudu, all that stuff,
Thank God,
Amazon.
finally.
Now I can watch a fucking cat murder people.
Go watch the cat movie now.
My
The
life
cat
is
movie.
complete. Uh, my life is complete now that the cat movie has been added. The cat movie 2 has been added to my repertoire. I never even saw the first one.
Yeah,
Do I need to know what happens in the first one?
I don't think you do. And I haven't seen it in fucking years, so I couldn't tell you what happens in the first one. I don't know.
Also, it's like long before meeting Shrek, Puss in Boots, Antonio Banderas, just named a hero for saving a woman from a charging bull, is run out of town for suspicion of blah 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 blah. But like, wait, hold on. Is this before Shrek?
I think the original one is, but the new Puss in Boots is going to be like in between Shrek 4 and 5 because I think they're going to make a new Shrek. I'm sure of it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I hope Puss dies because that'd be hilarious.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah, that's good storytelling right there.
Yep.
Um,
Are you excited for Jedi Survivor or what?
yeah, yeah,
Looks pretty cool.
yeah. There's some gameplay released recently, and I watched it, and I was like, ah, damn, it
I
just
watched
looks
that
like
too.
more of the first game, but like that's not a bad thing.
No, not a
Uh,
bad thing. And it looks like they've upgraded enough of it. But for me, again, I'm probably going to just wait a little bit. I definitely want to get Tears of the Kingdom.
yeah, I was like, speaking of games that look exactly like the first game, just a little more expanded. Tears of the Kingdom. I mean, it's not a bad thing. When I watched the trailer, I was like, wow, this just looks like more Breath of the Wild, which I enjoyed Breath of the Wild, so I'm gonna still get this game, but it's just like,
Yeah, I mean, if you think about it, there's like, what, 4 years between. No, I guess it's more like 5 or 6 now between Breath of the Wild and this game. 5 years, I want to say. And normally Zelda games come out like fucking 8 to 10 years apart from each other. So,
well,
um,
and this is one of the few like legit sequels, like same engine, same universe kind of thing.
yeah, it looks nice. I mean, I really do hope they do a Switch Pro or some shit. But the
Um,
pre-orders on that shit is insane. Like, there's no pre-ordering the special edition. Basically, they're gonna say like you just have to camp out and wait at a fucking GameStop overnight.
so Breath of the Wild came out March 3rd, 2017, so it's been about 6 years.
Yeah, it'll be 6 years by the time that game comes out too.
Yeah.
April 23rd, maybe is when it comes out. I can't remember. But yeah, it's
Tears
insane.
of the
They
Kingdom
had it on Best Buy on accident, the collector's edition, and it immediately sold out. And people were like, "Yeah, there were scalpers and shit." And it's
comes
not
out May
even like
12th.
May 12th. That's it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I bet you. You know what? To be honest, I'm always looking out for them. For Robbie, in fact, because he's like, "Hey man, if you can just kind of keep an eye out." And so I have a bunch of sources that I look for stock on things. I used to use it for finding like switches for people. That's how I got James a Nintendo Switch. We had to drive out to like Rolling Oaks Mall because I found it there. Um, but nobody has the collector's edition for Zelda, and it seems as if Nintendo had said that it's only going to come out on launch day,
Hmm.
which is pretty fucking wild to be like that. Um,
I mean, what comes in it?
it's not, to me, I'm going to just probably get the physical copy of the game, and probably the DLC too later when it actually comes out because I could just get that shit digitally. I don't really want the card personally.
Is it just an
But it does have some
amiibo?
cool shit. It has a steel bookcase for the game. It does also have a like custom game box art. Then it has a art book for the game, a
Hmm.
set of pins, a special box that it comes in, and a poster. But to me, that's not as exciting as the last collector's edition was. Like for Breath of the Wild, I got a fucking legit Switch carrying case. I got a map. I got the like coin with the Sheikah eye. I got the entire like hard book art book that comes with the game, and the soundtrack, and the Master Sword statue. And I'm like, that's so much shit.
Yeah.
But I
Uh,
get it. Stuff's different now, and I know that the base game's $70, and everybody's tripping about that. But that's how all the new games are. I've seen that too. So I mean, I'm not tripping too hard about it. But I'll definitely pick
yeah.
it up at some point whenever I can. I might get it launch day if I can. I might just snag a regular copy pre-order and get it launched and go pick it up launch day because I do want a
I,
physical copy, but I don't need to. I don't need to get the collector's edition this time. I think, and I don't think I can afford it.
I think I'll honestly do the same, but I'll probably just even go a step further beyond and just get it ordered through Amazon. I don't care if I have to wait like the weekend for it to come in. Like it's fine. I like Zelda. I really enjoy Breath of the Wild, but I'm not. It's not something I am clamoring for like most of our friends or you.
I clamor for it for sure. I can't wait, but and that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. I'll probably just like pre-order a copy locally at a GameStop and go pick it up because I do want to play it when it comes out for sure.
Yeah.
I got to, but for me, it's like, uh, if I could spend that $120 somewhere else, or 130 it is for the collector's edition somewhere else, I think I'd rather spend it on getting a flight stick for my dad because he got a like vanilla gift card from his choir for Christmas, and it has like $200 on it. But when I went to activate it, it didn't work. So I called the card people. They sent me a new one because that one was just so old that it had been like expired basically, or they say they don't expire, but it could have ended up in like a scam pool somehow. The actual card numbers, sometimes that happens. And they sent me a brand new card, and I told Dad, I was like, "You should use this on an Xbox on a Series S." And he's like, "Hell yeah, for Flight Simulator, which he'll get for free if he joins my like Xbox Home, quote unquote. You know what I mean?"
Yeah. Um,
So I think I'd rather spend that on a flight stick and then just get um, Tears of the Kingdom for myself and call it quits on games for a while because I'm having some fun with Half Life 2, man. And this is like an ancient game that I got as part of a bundle. So it's crazy how much fun I'm having with it.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I've gotten to the point that I only really get like the super duper special editions of things, unless it's like if it's something I really really like or something that like is worth having. I don't know. The last big special edition box I bought was Ghost of Tsushima, and that came with a lot of cool shit. It came with the nice little
The
samurai
mask,
mask that
right? Yeah.
I have literally right next to me right now. It looks nice. I like it. So it really is just a perfect combination of like how much do you like the thing and what stuff are you given in that thing that's worth like showing off or using.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. If it did become available, like easily or whatever for the limited edition of Zelda, I would probably cop it anyway because I'm a diehard fan. But for now, I'm like, no. If it seems that you'll have to wait launch day, and it comes out like on a fucking Thursday or some shit. Let me see. It comes out on a Friday, so people are gonna be like camping out on a Thursday night. I'm like, no, I can't do that, unfortunately.
We got jobs.
Yeah, I can't do that. I mean, I don't have the energy for it anymore. I'm fucked up.
Oh my god, though,
Not
could you
really, but yeah.
imagine like collecting the boys and all of us going there at midnight to camp out?
That would be fucking kind of cool. Not gonna
That would be
lie, but
kind of cool, but
we're gonna fucking suffer the entire next day.
hey, if we really want to be nostalgic for how we used to be, we'll also pick up a pack of cigarettes and shit and just smoke a fuck ton.
Smoke a fucking entire pack of cigarettes, and
Yeah, dude. Oh, so I'm kidding about that, by the way. But are you getting Metroid Prime, or are you wanting to get Metroid Prime?
I kind of am, and that's another game just because it's like I love Metroid Prime, but I do have it on Wii. I have the trilogy, and I could always play it on my Wii U, and it would look fucking gorgeous for freezies, and I get to play 2 and 3. But the caveat is, I don't know if the Wii version lets you use a GameCube controller. Because if it does, lit. But if it doesn't, fuck. Um,
Well, um, I have. I mean, I kind of want to get it, and I never really played the Metroid Prime game, so like this is perfect for me. I never owned the original, and so I could just play it now as it is. But I was talking to a friend of ours, Jared, about this, and he's like, "Man, this game looks so fucking pretty, like this in Breath of the Wild." And I'm like, "Yeah, what does it fucking say?" You know, and I certainly had my mini rants about fuck Nintendo. I do, however, like Nintendo as a Switch, and I think a lot of their developers are very good. But this is a kind of mini fuck Nintendo thing. It's like, why is it that the best games for the Switch are like all Nintendo based games? It's like they have the secret formula while all of their third party game developers are working at the fucking chum bucket. Like all the other games, like for the most part, look like a fucking potato. They look like shit. And then it feels like Nintendo just really doesn't want to share their techniques or share like their kind of development process with all these other companies that are making games specifically for their console that is really fucking dated compared to all the other consoles that exist. That's why, I mean, we kind of glanced over this earlier, but it's like that's why I really fucking want a Switch 2 for upgrading and shit like that. Or they need to just be better in the future about working with third party developers to make their games look good. Because Breath of the Wild looked amazing, Mario looked amazing, Metro looked amazing, but they're all generally the same kind of like uh same kind of quality. Like they're using it to the max in a good way. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. I'm trying to see. It's not a first party remake, I don't believe. Um,
But
I
I mean,
believe
like, it's
somebody else
Nintendo
did
working
it.
with it.
Yeah, but I'm trying to see who made the remake because I don't think it's a Nintendo developed title. I mean, obviously it's their yeah, it's their like IP or whatever. But I mean, that's up to the company that's making the game more so, I would say. And Nintendo's just kind of picky choosy. And the thing is that the Switch is super underpowered, so you have to do a lot of fuckery and magic tricks to get things to even run good on it because it's basically just an Android tablet. It's super duper outdated.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying is that like there's a secret thing that they seem to know how to use to make a game fucking crisp and look good at the same time. And it seems like, I mean, maybe it is the case for Metroid where like they didn't get the secret, they just or they didn't get the inside information from Nintendo, they just had to figure it out themselves. But for the most part, I feel like all other Switch titles don't really get that kind of help and benefit. Like Monster Hunter, for example, uh, looks like crap. Granted, it does a lot of fucking shit. Like most of the game is to just fucking work on the Switch, whatever. But then if you keep in mind that like Mario or Zelda, like if those developers were working on Monster Hunter or like had the same thing, it could have potentially looked a lot better on the Switch and still run just as well. I don't know.
So apparently, it's actually Iron Galaxy Studios who made the remaster for Metroid Prime. They're also the same people who did the Overwatch port for the Switch, the Spyro Reignited trilogy for PC, the okay, and then get this, they did Uncharted Legacy of Thieves collection for PC, but get this, they
Hmm.
also did the Batman Arkham Knight PC port.
Oh no.
Can you believe it? But
Oh no.
literally, Metroid Prime has a 95 on a port scale, whereas Batman Arkham Asylum has a 40 on a port scale. So that's pretty crazy. They also did the Borderlands Handsome Collection ports for PS4, Xbox One, PC, and what else? Switch.
Okay, so they just remaster shit. That's really all that they do.
Yeah, so I wouldn't really say that this is necessarily Nintendo. If anything, this is Nintendo maybe fucking finally letting go of some shit and like letting other companies hopefully do shit with their games.
Yeah, like
Um,
how they let Game Freak run their number one franchise into the ground.
yeah, so I mean that might be where they can flip it to a different developer, I mean at some point. I know that they probably have a pretty solid contract with Game Freak, but still.
So, did you hear that Susan is no longer a part of YouTube?
Susan.
Yeah,
Susan who?
the CEO of YouTube.
Oh wow, okay. Porta K.
Susan Wachiki Wachiki. I don't know. So she's been CEO for like over 9 years, like almost 10 years basically, and she's stepping down. And I found it interesting, and I kind of want to look more into this, but it was that's something I heard about from like Moist Critical, and it's interesting the timing that they stepped down because there's apparently this huge fucking lawsuit um, that's being talked about right now that would affect how like all videos and YouTube and the internet would run for like a long time. Basically, it's a situation where like YouTube was pushing uh basically videos about terrorism to people to the point that they got like manipulated and inspired by it, and now the law is like, hey, why the fuck were these people being, why is the algorithm pushing like terrorist bullshit to these people and like showing them terrible shit to the point that they acted on it. It's like,
Mm.
oh, interesting. So I'm very uneducated about this. I think it's something to look into. I literally heard about this morning, so I want to like keep looking into it. But I thought it's a very interesting thing. So if anyone listening to this is like, "What the actual fuck are you talking about?" or you know what I'm trying to talk about and you think I'm an idiot, then please look into this further because this seems very interesting. It seems like Google's perhaps covering their tracks by switching her out or trying to protect her, or I don't know. I don't know.
Hmm.
All these conspiracies, man. I've been watching too much CoffeeZilla. I've gotten into conspiracies too much.
Yeah, there's a lot of balloons flying around right now, so
Yeah, there are a lot of balloons. It's like it's someone's birthday.
it's
China's
uh
birthday.
it's the balloon's birthday. No, yeah, probably.
Probably. Yeah.
Probably.
Um. Yeah. I mean, we're fucked. It's fine.
No, dude, don't say that.
It's fine, dude. The planet's gonna fucking explode like any day now. The glacier is already has hot water in it, and it's gonna the Doomsday Glacier is gonna wipe us all out.
Speaking of which, I saw that cabin, a knock at the cabin door or a knock at the cabin. It should say door at the end, but it doesn't.
What the hell are you talking about?
A knock at the cabin, the new M Night Shyamalan movie.
Oh my god, how was it?
It's actually
I
not too bad.
I have no interest in watching an M Night Shyamalan movie like ever again. I'm not particularly. Also, I'm in
Did
the
you
same
watch
boat of
like
like I don't need to.
the old movie? That was gross.
I didn't. No, I didn't want to watch old either. I
Yeah.
actually heard someone tell me like, yeah, it's a really cool story. Like M Night Shyamalan did a great job. It's like it's based off a manga. He didn't even make the story up. I think he just took liberties with it at the end.
It's kind of the same thing that he did with a knock at the cabin door.
Is Knock at the Cabin Door based off of another source
A
material?
book, yeah.
Damn. Um,
We watched The
it
Happening for fun. That was great.
it. Okay, I will say the happening is kind of entertaining and how horrible it is. Uh, Now, question is, do you think it's intentionally horrible, or you just think M Night Shyamalan was a really bad director? I'm not going to say bad director all the time, but at least for that movie, he was a bad, misguided director.
I would say it was wild. Like, I don't even know what happened there, to be honest. Like, what happened? And I think that's why
Like,
they call it The Happening, because it's like
do
even from a directing, like making a movie standpoint, like what happened?
do you feel like there's any single bit of intention behind some of the decisions that are in there? Like, do you feel like maybe he was trying to be? That's what I've heard in defense of that movie. Is like, oh, he's trying to be schmaltzy, whatever. It's like, no, fucking Ang Lee, not Ang Lee. Oh God, hold on, don't, no, 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 shush, shush. What's his name? What's his name? James Wan. Wow, got it. Anyway, James Wan was specifically being schmaltzy when he made *Malignant*. Like every decision made in that movie was like a love letter to old schmaltz, and I am fully convinced of that. I do not think M Night Shyamalan was being intentional when he made *The Happening*. I think he was just being a fucking pompous ass director.
Maybe so. I don't know. It's hard to tell, right? Because
It's
he
hard to
tends to
tell.
be funny, off camera and in other places. So maybe, I don't know.
I mean, and there's some things where it's like, how do you not recognize Mark Wahlberg being fucking terrible, or like, how do you not realize this dialogue doesn't make sense? But then you watch Lady in the Water, and you're like, okay, this is a man who's just unhinged. Have you seen Lady in the Water?
Yeah.
That movie is so fucking unhinged. Like the guy literally has the Quagmire fucking ripped arm when he finds out about the internet in that movie.
Yeah, it was weird.
Oh my god. Oh, speaking of which,
There's like weird wolf things that chase them or whatever. It's weird.
yeah, it's like a leaf wolf, wolf leaf.
Wolf leaf.
But speaking of which, the other day I was driving by do you remember there used to be a Sam's warehouse uh near us off the highway, and it's basically Sam's at one point was like, all right, we're no longer going to make this a Sam's warehouse, we're just going to make it a warehouse, so like people just like we'll just dump shit in there, whatever, but not open for public access. And I was driving by there the other day, and when you see like the plastic tassels outside like a half garage thing, specifically it's for the carts. Like they push the carts in there, or so they stick out and everything from the side of the building.
Yeah.
Do you know
It's
what
like
I'm
a
talking about?
cart corral thingy.
Yeah, and there's like it's like a half garage because they close it and lock it, and that's so people don't get in. Uh,
Yeah.
yeah, so I drove by there, and I saw that someone had tagged "Giggity Giggity" on the tassels. Like it wasn't even on top of
What?
it. Like it was on the tassels. It was like the fucking sloppiest tag I've ever seen in my life. And I'm like, this absolutely has to come from like a 30-year-old disgruntled white man working at this place. Like that's I just my third eye opened up and I'm like, it has to be that, right? Because like this is clearly someone who's never tagged a day before in their life. They've chose the worst location to tag, like on top of plastic tassels that are not fully aligned up and can move with the air. And then they fucking quoted a old ass like Family Guy meme. It's like, who else can this be? It's definitely not a kid. It's definitely not a it's definitely not like a typical tagger that's like, artistic reasons, fuck authority, like marking just whatever. It's just someone who's like, man, fuck this place. Pay me fucking $3 an hour. I'm gonna tag it giggity giggity. And I'm like,
That's incredible.
I mean, it has to be that, right?
I guess so. I think that that's a pretty good deduction.
I think it's like at least 70% that. Like,
Unless that person
I,
goes by giggity giggity.
yeah, it's just so fucking dumb, dude. I looked at that and I was like, is this really what people are like willing to risk like getting arrested for? To the
I guess giggity giggity, man, till the end.
yeah,
Giggity
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 giggity.
forever. Speaking of which,
Yeah.
Justin Roiland, goodbye.
Oh, goodbye, Justin Roiland. He fucked up.
Goodbye. Yeah, he fucked up, bro. He fucked up
Yeah.
hard, and he's a nasty, nasty person. Fuck
He's
that.
a mean old man.
Yep.
I feel bad for the people that put all the time and effort into making High on Life because that happened like right as that game came out.
Jesus Christ. Yeah,
Yeah.
that sucks for
I mean,
those guys.
it's on Game Pass, but like I
Nope.
don't know if anyone's gonna want to touch it anymore.
Nope.
Yeah. Damn.
God
Anyway, pour
damn.
one out.
What a fucking bummer podcast. That's what this one should be called. The Bummer Bummer Podcast. Bummer twice. Bummer X2 podcast.
Yeah, bummer chain. No.
Just bummer, but all lowercase.
I was gonna say chitty chitty bang bang, and I was like, oh bummer, and then I'm like, oh, I had to go CC for bang bang, and I almost said chang chang. I'm like,
No, that's racist, sir.
yeah, it is racist. I didn't mean to. I cut myself off, but then I said it anyways.
Well, fucking welcome to the canceled club. You're next. Justin Roiland first. Matt next.
I mean, I was listening to one of our old episodes, and I drop a hard f bomb, and I was like, oh no, okay. So I was watching our YouTube video of us playing Elder Scrolls, like our old one this is back when I literally just turned like 21, and we were talking about the whole Caitlyn Jenner thing.
You mean you were?
Yes. I see this now. How like you even at the time knew better.
Uh-huh.
But I was an edgy little shit, and I thought I was being funny, and I was also I'm not gonna make excuses. I just dropped a hard f bomb, and I was like, I felt so disappointed in myself because I was like, really? I'm like, that wasn't even that long ago. I thought I'd kind of like, I thought I've like done better, but
Nope.
like
I mean, it's still almost a decade ago. Coming up on it.
I mean, the thing is, like, it's a growing process. Like,
Yeah.
as long as you learn to recognize your mistakes and try your best to grow from it, like that's all anyone could really do in life.
Let's be
but
honest. Anybody who was in fucking middle school from like the 2003 era to like 2007, those guys and anyone in that era, we didn't know better. We were all saying fucked up shit. Our parents taught us fucked up shit, and we repeated what our parents said. That's it. And then it's like it's taught, And then
not to mention
undoing all that shit is also taught.
And not to mention, we were like the first generation to really be exposed to the internet in our developmental years, and that that was not
Changed
a
us.
great thing.
Well, yeah, it changed us though. I mean, that's for sure.
I mean, yeah, people always change like generations, but definitely exposed us to a lot of verbiage that we didn't know what it meant. Like oops, sorry, hit my mic. It exposed us to a lot of like verbiage and just things that we didn't know the consequences of saying it. So
yeah,
and people were like,
we thought we were being funny.
Well, the thing is, and there's still people today that'll like argue it's all just a joke or it's all just like a meme, whatever. It's like, listen, dude, there's a lot of words in the English vocabulary that you can use that isn't like derogatory or doesn't like hurt someone out there. Like it's really not that hard. and you shouldn't have to rely on your base level brain cells to formulate a sentence for you. You can actually structure a sentence without using shit like that in it.
For sure. I mean, it's always about thinking before you say something, which I try to do, but fail at miserably.
Yeah,
At least
I
just
generally
at
have an
least in ways that
idea.
are not hurtful to anyone. They're only hurtful to me.
Yeah. Self-deprecation is always acceptable here, but at the Empty Glass Podcast, we believe in self-deprecation as long as you turn that negativity into positivity.
What, are you like a motivational speaker now? Is this your TED Talk?
No, I think everyone
Hey,
should
you
die.
should watch Poker Face, Mr. Detective.
No,
With your
dude.
giggity
I mean,
giggity
I
tagging.
want
I
to.
wanted to say that earlier when we were talking about giggity giggity tagger,
All right,
and I'm like, you need to
listen,
watch Poker Face, bitch.
listen, fucker. I literally just started vacation today.
Oh, you're gonna fucking call me a fucker, bitch?
Yeah. Hey, what did we just say about using those
This is the
derogatory
Argue
words?
Podcast now, motherfucker, bitch.
This is the Argue Cast. Welcome. Get out. But no,
You
what I was gonna
suck,
say
Matt.
is I just started my vacation, so I will have free time this week. So I will probably try to watch it. I'm not gonna make any promises, but I will maybe watch it at some point this week.
You should maybe watch it at some point this week. That'd be great.
I will potentially be going to the beach.
Oh,
For
really?
a couple days.
When it's cold? I mean, I guess it's gonna warm up though pretty fast. That's Texas for you.
Yeah.
Get it while it's hot, motherfuckers.
Well, we got a condo. Not like the royal we. Like I don't have a condo, but there's family that have a condo. So we can go there just to kind of get away for a couple days out of the week on my vacation. So even if we can't swim, it'll just be nice to kind of get out for a little while.
Yeah. It's a
Yeah.
nice like area. Are you gonna go to Port A?
I'm gonna go to none of your business.
Corpus Christi?
I'm gonna go to I'm not gonna say it.
Dox yourself. Tell us
No.
what time, date, how long for.
Listen, man, I don't give a shit if like if we have only like one viewer and it's just us. Like I get weird about having that information out there.
I mean, we talked about how we live in Texas and shit.
Yeah, but we still keep things general. Or for the most part, I try to keep things general as much as
know.
possible.
So
You
Matt's
get very
address,
personal with
everybody,
things.
is 123 Elmer Street, Plano, Texas, 91456. He's gone. He's fucking gone. He's out.
Fucking dox me, dude.
Did you leave? You left.
Dox me, man. I didn't appreciate
I
it.
said 1234 Elmendorf Street, Plano, Texas, and the zip code. Well, thanks for listening to the Empty Glass Podcast, everybody. You can follow us at www.theemptyglasspodcast.com. Yeah, you're back.
Done?
What?
If you do it one more time, if you dox me one more time, I'm going for good.
Matt eats string cheese without pulling it apart.
Thanks for watching the Empty Glass Podcast.
Yeah. Bummer.